Hello everyone, and welcome to High Caliber. I'm Martin Riggs, your host, and today we are going to be featuring the Tier 9 French battleship Jean Bart. This particular ship is available for coal in the armory, and it is a very, very strong ship. It's a very capable ship, and we're going to highlight some of its capabilities here. It does have a few unique features that I'll discuss here quickly before we get into the action. It does have a traditional heel, just like any battleship in the game for the most part. It does have a reload booster, which halves your reload time for a period of time, a short period of time. So it allows you to switch ammo types quickly or land a follow-up shot or two when you have a target that you want to take care of quickly. It also has speed boost as well, which will give you a nice boost to the speed of the battleship for about 3 minutes or so. It's a very handy tool, and it also has a unique turret arrangement where both of the turrets are in the front of the ship, so it allows you to bow tank quite easily. So in this game we are top tier, which is very fortunate. See Ismo out there, and looks like a sign-up as well. Both of them are fairly well angled to us, so the 380mm guns on the Jean Bart are going to struggle to pen against well-angled battleships, and in some cases even well-angled cruisers. So it does require the player to have a lot of ship knowledge about other ships. Now we found ourselves a nice little spot here. Should be able to shoot over this little patch of island here from concealment. Unfortunately, nothing's spotted at the moment. But I do like this spot. You can kind of catch cruisers sometimes, moving across broadside or trying to get into position here. And I also noticed a very interesting feature that I hadn't noticed is the, you see the jeeps out there? They actually move around. I did not know that was something in the game. So that was kind of a nice surprise. And so even though this battleship is well angled, we're going to fire AP because it's what we had loaded. And unfortunately, not only do we barely hit, but we ricochet the one shot. Not surprising. So I'm going to switch back to HE. This ship, to be successful, requires good knowledge in terms of switching ammo types. So we're going to try and get some AP, or excuse me, HE on this ship here, and see if we can get a fire started. So we get some nice damage, about almost 6,000 there. We get a fire lit on them. Just a single fire, so the battleship player is probably not going to put that out, so that's going to burn for its duration. Got the friendly Haida pushing across here, trying to torp that Jutland smoke across the way. Should they be spotted, I'm kind of trying to be ready to fire. There they are now. But unfortunately, we'd have to lead that shot too much, and we wouldn't be able to actually land it. We would have hit the island if we'd shot there. So we're going to take another shot at the Ismo here. Do get another fire, 4 more pens. So not too bad so far. I do use reload booster here, trying to capitalize with a little bit of AP. This is a very broadside ship. And unfortunately we get a little unlucky there with some RNG. Shells landing just a little bit low for the most part. And you notice the Scharnhorst is actually pushing around the outside edge. Ooh, overpens. Pretty unfortunate there. Looked like it hit the upper belt, which I thought would have stuck for full pen damage, but sadly we get the overpens. And we've got a couple of ships that are kind of clustered up here. And so I'm thinking that I might have to go push around this flank and try and deal with this Scharnhorst over here. Now, Scharnhorst is a fairly tanky ship. It is tier 7, so comparatively, we are quite a bit stronger in this situation. It does have torpedoes, however. So we're still waiting for a good target over here to present itself. We don't have a lot of options. This island is too high for us to shoot over, unfortunately. The gun velocity on the Jean Bart is quite good. However, the trajectory of the shells as a result is quite low. So shooting over islands is a bit difficult. Look at that nice synop-sized gap in those shells. Sometimes it's funny how that happens. There's a battleship-sized gap in between the dispersion of the shells there. This algae is creating sort of a roadblock here for us. I'm going to turn in and try and avoid them. They also have the American camo. Interesting choice there. The algae is a French ship. A little odd they chose to run the American camo. But we're kind of committed now to pushing this flank here, so we're going to try and push down the 9 line here. We're looking to just try and make something happen here. We're sort of at a stalemate. We do have 2 Tier 7 battleships over here, and we're Tier 9, so we have a good advantage here. And the Scharnhorst is still just sitting here at this corner. Pretty decent angle here. We're going to try and shoot into the nose armor, into the bow. Better dispersion on that second one. We knock out the gun as well. I am anticipating torpedoes, so I'm going to try and change my angle in hopes that they fired them early. I did use a reload booster as well. This is a great AP target here, very close to us. Looks like those torpedoes are going to miss, so that's good. I'm going to fire more towards the bow. The armor's a bit thinner back there, and so if that thinner armor's a little bit angled, you're more likely to get pens. If it's flat, that lower amount of armor is going to result in more over pens. So because the thicker armor belt was angled away from us, I went ahead and fired that second shot into the stern armor there. Still had AP loaded, so we're going to take a shot at the Ismo here. This is not the best angle. We did manage to get 3 pens and knocked out the engine, so it was not all that bad of a shot. Pretty fortunate there, though. Now, I'm trying to be very careful here, because you notice there's the Jutland and the York both in the cap at sea. And if I push through, there's a gap there where there could be some torpedoes coming. So I'm trying to protect myself by using the islands to hide, essentially, my ship from torpedoes. Now, obviously, they know where I am. There's no mystery there. But I'm just trying to hang back a little bit. Also trying to get some fires. This Ismo is well angled, so I'm sticking with HE here. Can we get a fire? Dispersion looks alright. Bit unfortunate there. 3 hits. Don't get the fire we were looking for. And as you can see, being bow in has really helped us already in this game. It's a very difficult target for the enemy to pen because we have all of our firepower forward and they have all their firepower split between the front and back turrets. So we're able to stay angled, and if the enemy wants to fire all their guns, they're going to have to show us some broadside. So we did manage to get a fire there. I'm going to stick with the HE. Still shooting for another fire. Hopefully some more damage as well. Get 5 pens there, which is pretty good for the HE, I have to admit. Been a bit fortunate here this game. Did get another fire, so they put it out though. And all of a sudden it looks like we have a little issue here. The Synop has blacked the algae, and the Synop is right behind us. So we don't really have a choice. We're going to push forward. Our secondaries are going off. We do manage to set a fire on the Ismo. And I'm going to keep firing at the Ismo here I'd love to get another fire. They damaged Con recently. And I'm going to load up some AP. Because we're in a bit of a sticky situation here. Do have the broadside and the Ismo, so I fired them first. And I'm just trying to let the secondaries work on the Synop. Trying to let them get fires. It's really difficult for the Synop to do significant damage to us from this angle. So I'm thinking about shooting at this Synop. You can see we're mitigating quite a bit of damage there. It gets like about 8,700 on us there. Get another fire with the secondaries. And I'm trying to keep an eye on where's that York and where's the Jutland. Those are the biggest concerns for me right now. And the York looks to be pushing around the corner here, so I'm going to turn my turrets back around. I need to try and kill this guy before he torpedoes us, because he's definitely going to torpedo us. We got the turret knocked out, which is common on the Jean Bart, sadly. And the Fiji is going to sneak in here and save us, really. Absolutely saved us right there, because the York was going to get torpedoes away. Except now we have a new problem. There's a very healthy Iowa in front of us. Showing a little bit of broadside here. So we're going to try and aim out of the front guns. We get some good hits there, and ooh, we take 10k, unfortunately. Even bow in. A bit unfortunate there. So we're just all in at this point. We've got the Synop chasing us down from the rear here, and the Iowa right in front of us. Not a good situation. We just secured high caliber. We're going to continue to shoot up in that nose. We're getting good damage. The Iowa's not doing a great job of angling against us. We're going to pop that heal. We have reload booster available very soon. Get a double Citadel right there, which is huge. We now have a double fire. Almost reloaded here. We're going to fire one salvo. We get the kill on the Iowa. We're going to try and turn to get the Synop before they kill us, because we are definitely going to die. We're on fire. Very low on hit points. And we get both salvos off. A Citadel for the kill, and actually the Izumo is the one that kills us, ironically enough. So that's going to be the end of our battle there. We end up with 242,000 damage. Got a high caliber. Pretty happy with that effort. 177 secondary hits, and this is not a secondary build Jean Bart. So our ship is sinking, but I do feel like we contributed a lot to our team here. And the Fiji is now going to cap C, basically uncontested. And we now have a 3-ship lead, over 600 point lead, got all 3 caps, and it looks like we should win this one quite easily. So we took an opportunity there. We pushed forward along the 9 line here and ended up killing 2 battleships in the process there. Actually 3, if you consider the Scharnhorst as well. And so we really helped our team here, I think. We're not alive to enjoy the glory. But we pushed, and we used our reload booster really well there, I think, as well, which you get to see some of the highlights of what the Jean Bart is capable of. We used the speed boost effectively. We really used the reload booster effectively. And if you can master when to use those things, you can put out some serious damage, because a lot of ships just don't expect a battleship to fire a big AP salvo and then have another one ready in just 12 seconds, roughly. It's over so fast, and we're going to win that one on points there. So overall, really solid game. Very happy with that effort. So a pretty nice game here overall. 242,000 damage. Some good credit earnings there. A couple Citadels as well. Fair amount of secondary hits, although we'll see in a second here, they didn't do a whole lot of damage. As for the team score, the Fiji had a fantastic game and actually beat us out there. So a really great game by them as well. And they saved our butts taking care of that York, so much appreciated there. and the Fiji really helped us out. And that certainly earned them a compliment. The detail report is pretty interesting here. We only damaged 4 ships, and yet we got 242,000 damage. You can see secondary battery, 177 hits for just 9,200 damage, so not a whole lot, although the fires were nice. They did get us a couple of fires, those secondaries did, so overall, a very solid game. Very happy with this effort here. So really quick, I just want to go over my build for the Jean Bar as well. Speed boost, engine boost is your only option here. Reload boost, also your only option. And repair party. I do recommend premium consumables. They will pay for themselves, I promise you. And main battery, mod 3, to improve the reload of the guns. Concealment to reduce your detectability. For tankiness, I take damage control 2, which is very helpful. Stay alive longer. Aiming system to improve the accuracy of your guns. Very helpful skill as well, or module rather. Damage control system, mod 1, to reduce fire and flood. And main armament, which is very critical because your main guns are going to get knocked out quite a bit. And as for the captain build, I take priority target. It is a very valuable skill. Preventative maintenance I take to reduce the risk of the guns getting knocked out, which does happen frequently. Jack of all trades, which will reduce the reload time of all your consumables. Adrenaline rush, so that you gain reload as you lose hit points. Superintendent, so you get more heals, as well as reload boosters. And fire prevention, which is really important in this current HE spam meta. And then I will take concealment expert, once I have the next captain point. And then at that point, I'll probably take something like expert marksman to increase the turret traverse, or potentially expert loader, so that you can switch shell types more quickly, or potentially high alert to make damage control more available. So that is my build for the Jean Bar. Once again, this is the Tier 9 French battleship. It is available for coal in the armory. And once again, I'm your host, Martin Riggs. Thank you for watching this episode of High Caliber, and I'll catch you next time.